I run my hands down the red floral dress that clings to my body. The color contrasts sharply with my pale skin, and the form-fitting design highlights my curves. For the first time in a long while, I actually made an effort to look girly as Emily would put it. Tonight was meant to be my escape, and I was determined to make the most of it. I grab my phone from the bed and head downstairs. I hear the TV in the living room, along with Tammy's loud voice. I resist the urge to groan. It's not that I dislike her, but maybe I don't like her that much. She's always at my house, talking endlessly and being obnoxiously loud whenever she and Silas are together. She's one of the main reasons I want to get out of here more often. Silas, I call, my voice firm. My stepbrother glances over his shoulder at me. His gaze lingers on my body, that familiar hungry look in his eyes that always makes my skin crawl. Why does he always look at me like that? Where are you off to? He asks, his voice sharp with curiosity. Kevin's throwing a party, I reply casually. Can I borrow your car keys? You're not going out dressed like that, he says with a frown. I roll my eyes and make a beeline for the door. I'll take a taxi then, I mutter, slamming the door behind me. I huff in frustration, cursing the fact that I had to walk down the driveway in heels just because Silas wanted to play the overprotective brother. Before I make it very far, a pair of hands suddenly wrap around my shoulders, spinning me so quickly my vision blurs. Silas, what the hell? I gasp, stumbling. I never said I wouldn't give you the car keys, he says, sounding oddly calm. I don't get why you're mad just because I asked you to change. Why do you suddenly care about what I wear? You've been ignoring me all week. I snap, my voice trembling slightly. I haven't been ignoring you, he mutters, but his words fall flat. Don't lie. I don't get you anymore. I've apologized, but you still won't talk to me. I don't know what to do anymore. Silas stares at me for a long moment, his expression unreadable. Without a word, he takes my hand and presses the car keys into my palm. Be careful, he says quietly before turning and walking back inside. I watch him go, feeling a pang of confusion, but I don't have the energy to figure him out right now. With a sigh, I slip into his car. The scent of him lingers inside, reminding me how impossible it is to get him out of my head. But tonight was supposed to be fun. I need to focus on that. I pull up to Kevin's house. It's massive with 2 swimming pools and a basketball court. I've been to a couple of his parties before, and they're always packed. The music blasts so loudly I can feel it in my chest before I even reach the door. Inside, the house is even more crowded than I expected. The air smells of alcohol, sweat, and too many people in one space. It's almost suffocating. I scan the room looking for Emily. She did say she'd be here. I spot her at the far end of the room, tangled up with some guy. David, probably. I hesitate, not wanting to interrupt whatever they're doing, so I decide to grab a drink and kill time in the kitchen. As soon as I step inside, I see Carter leaning against the counter, looking as uninterested as ever. His eyes are distant, and he looks bored, as though he'd rather be anywhere else. Thinking back to how freaked out he looked after I confessed to him yesterday, I can't help but smile to myself. Maybe I can have a little fun before Emily is finished making out with her latest conquest. Carter. He stiffens when he hears my voice but doesn't look up. I move closer, standing just a little too close to him. Hey, I didn't know you were coming, I say with a playful smile. Yes, you did, he responds flatly. Okay, I did. So why are you standing here alone? Want to dance, or will you stop that? Carter snaps, his gaze snapping to mine. For a moment, his eyes flicker down my body, then harden. Stop what, baby? Why are you so against the fact that I like you? I ask, stepping closer, pulling my body against his. I take his hand and place it on my behind. We can go upstairs, have some fun, and wipe that bored look off your face. I bet Emily can't do nearly as much as I can. Damn it, Carrie. Stop messing with my head. Carter. My voice falters as he shoves past me, storming out of the kitchen. I giggle, shaking my head in amusement. You really got under his skin, a voice says from behind me. I turn to see Matt's grin. Matthew. I blink, surprised. It's Matt, he corrects with a wink. What are you doing here? This is my house. Are you related to Kevin? My brother. Of course. I narrow my eyes at him in mock suspicion. You didn't call me like you said you would. I know, he says sheepishly. Would you believe me if I said I overheated my phone? Go away, I mutter, turning to leave, but Matt follows. I can't believe I gave a guy my number and he didn't call me, he says dramatically. Seriously, Matt? Overheated your phone? I ask, rolling my eyes, but the sincere look in his eyes almost convinces me. I swear. I wanted to call you, but my phone. He shrugs helplessly, a genuine expression of regret on his face.
Fine isig.
I guess I'll believe you. Matt grins and places his hand on my waist. I don't bother shrugging it off. Great. But I have to ask, what's going on with you and Carter? He teases. Long story. I don't want to talk about it tonight. I get it, he says with a wink. But what you said to him earlier. Pretty hot. I know, I reply with a smirk. If you couldn't tell, I was trying to seduce him. Why don't you try seducing me instead? Matt grins mischievously, moving closer. He nuzzles my neck, inhaling deeply. Am I not tempting enough? I laugh, pushing him away playfully. Do you maybe want to dance, Carrie? Yes. But I need to talk to a friend first. All right. I'll come find you later, he says, his voice promising. I nod and step away from him, heading toward the door. As I step outside, I spot Emily and David slipping out the side. I hurry after them, desperate to catch up. Emily. I call, but she doesn't hear me. She and David are already walking down a small bush-lined path beside the house. I quicken my pace, but in these damn heels I can't catch up. If only I hadn't been so slow. If only I hadn't been wearing these heels. If only I had caught up, maybe I could have stopped what happened next.